Welcome back to the Rob and Savage podcast. I got a special guest, man. Dear to my heart, man. A brother of mine, Hambino.
What's up? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Always a pleasure to be amongst the gods.
Most deaf, man. Most deaf, man. Look, it's an honor to have you on here. We're gonna dive into it, man.
Yes, sir.
Godbody. Man, tell us what that stands for, man.
Well, from my knowledge and understanding, my body is the temple of the true and living God. You hear me? So this is the vehicle that power called God travels in.
Okay.
Either I can be operating on a devilish level or godly level. I practice and strive to go godly, because I done indulged in a whole lot of devilish, but God about to give me some name. There's a good name is everything, you know what I'm saying? So it give me a name to be able to follow what that name represents. So my body is the temple of God, so I have God body.
Okay. That's good, man, because like, with this platform, man, we're always on that spiritual level.
Yeah.
So even introducing with that name like that is powerful.
Oh yeah. Once upon a time though, when I was on my savage life, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
God body, because I had the abs and the muscles, and with a little bit of the spiritual in there.
Yeah, and I feel it. Man, shoot, so Ham, where you from, man?
Born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, what part?
Dodge City Projects. Look, I was born and raised the first part of my life in Dodge City Projects. The second part of my life, we call it the Second Street, you know what I'm saying, over there in Bardo off Kings Lane.
Yeah, most there.
Yes, sir. Judge Drive, Putnam Drive, the Second Street, you know,
Okay.
and then Dodge City.
Okay. And Dodge City is dear to your heart.
Dear to my heart, just as the Second Street is too.
Okay. I mean, I know this, man, with our brother Otis here, man, with the 200-man standing, man. Yeah, you've done a lot in that community.
Yes, sir.
A lot. And I'm gracious that you've involved me in that.
Yeah, for
with
sure.
you guys. But let's tell us about Dodge City, man. I know the original name was Coming to View.
Yeah, Coming to View Apartment. The original name Coming to View Apartments. But before my time, there was a lot of shootouts going over there, so the police named it Dodge City based on the TV show Gunsmoke.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, so this is where Dodge City come from.
Wow, so I'm thinking something totally different.
Yeah, no, we didn't name ourselves Dodge City. The police named us Dodge City. They gave us that tag.
Okay.
I guess they wanted to inspire us to continue with the Gunsmoke.
Right, I can see that. So tell me, man, so growing up, throughout the late 80s, early 90s, man, how was Dodge City?
I mean, it was home for me, but like when you been born and raised, like my story, my daddy died 2 months before I was born.
Okay.
And then my mama was addicted to drugs, like the first almost 10 years of my life. So I grew up in the projects inside of that kind of environment right there with like a 50-50 chance of survival.
Okay.
So, I think like when I was growing up in the projects by being so aggressive, but it was loving though. It's all love over there, you hear me? But when you're growing up in this, you're in the middle of shootouts, it can make you kind of timid and stuff like that. So,
right.
I didn't come out the womb like,
yeah. None of us really do though.
I know some brothers who came from Gay High was
like that.
aggressive like that, you know what I'm saying? I had to develop that.
I feel you.
Yeah, I wasn't no scary ass person or nothing like that, but I was kind of like, shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's come with the territory, man. So you navigated through life through Nashville, man, during the late 90s, early 90s. How was high school for you? I know we joke off air about the school you went to, but.
Oh yeah, man, shit, high school, I was a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I went to Whites Creek, Glencliff, and Maplewood.
Man, you went from out south area people,
yeah,
and out north. How did you
I got some history out there, man. I was running around with my brothers in the Harlem place, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Ulysses and Bo.
Okay.
Yeah, I run around that way.
Wow. Yeah, Glencliff. Yeah, I got some stories like Glencliff. So, okay. You back and forth on the east side of the town. You really all around Nashville, to be honest with
you. Yeah.
So, but you still anchored down in Dodge City. What's some things, man, that you would like the world to know about your home base that might have a bad perception about it, but it's really you the real flower that came out the concrete from that?
I mean, the beautiful thing about Dodge City is if you're born and raised over there, you can go to sleep outside in the grass and be safe. It's a safe environment to be raised in. It's just when outside influence come over there, then it create other kind of situations. You know what I mean? Because like, see, when I was inherited to the streets, you know what I'm saying? So like when we grow up, most of us inherit to the streets because I got an uncle who was a kingpin drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? My uncle Philip Patton. I look at him like a god, but like growing up, I hear stories about dudes trying to rob him and somebody tying his old lady up right there. So me hearing that, you know, it made me want to be the type of man that if you fuck with my family, then I want you to know you can get hurt. So by me thinking like that, I end up becoming a kind of person I didn't like, because I didn't like hearing stories about somebody trying to rob my uncle, chump my uncle. I ain't saying he was getting chumped or nothing like that, but them the stories I heard, right. And I didn't like that. So it made me want to be a person that if you play games, I'm gonna torture you.
I feel that. And Patton had a name.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's still, hey, I look at him like a god. Yeah,
I know it.
That's my uncle.
Now that's deep, man. I mean, you want to be his protector. You are named.
Nah, I was too young to be his protector. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I wanted to make sure if you play with my family,
right?
Because I feel like people was playing with my family. Because I'm hearing, you know, I'm in the streets and I'm a young nigga, so I'm hearing stories. Yeah, they try to get your uncle this, that. So I want them stories to stop.
I got you.
Yeah, ain't no playing no more.
That's real. Basically, like, and you're right. I meant to say like you're protecting the name.
Yeah. I just want you to know if you play with my family, you could be seriously hurt.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so during that time frame, especially when you're younger, Nashville, man, when it comes to games, I always had like a crazy view on it, man, because like, you know, I'm 35, so when I came up, all I knew about was just G's and Crips.
Yeah.
And then I always, you know, not to disrespect nobody, but to me, Blood's situation didn't come really into like Lil Wayne and maybe some of the 6 Deuce guys out there in East Nashville was really talking about it at the time, but was that really a big influential thing in Dodge at the time? Because I didn't really associate with gang life with that. I just Dodge just with the shits. I just put a gang to it.
Well, I think it's just a part of as far as the gang culture. That's a part of growing up. See, I ain't in no gang. I ain't never been in no gang. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I ain't never been in no gang is because I was on some territorial type shit, like I'm from here and fuck over there, you know what I'm saying? So when I was interested in trying to see what it was about, but when they told me I gotta be cool with somebody over here cause this right here, cause it's certain kind of gang, I automatically shut it down. No, I don't wanna have to be cool with somebody because we represent a certain kind of a gang or whatever. Right. And like Lil Wayne probably sparked up the Blood gang and stuff like that, but Blood's been solid in Nashville, you know what I'm saying? They might not have been as
known like that at the time.
As known to the world, but to the underground, yeah, they always been around too.
Okay.
But I ain't never joined no gang.
Oh yeah.
But you know, they got a gang title for Dodge City, so like whenever I get locked up or whatever, they automatically put me in the gang. The police put me in the gang.
That's automatically.
Man, I get a write-up in jail for fighting or whatever I do. I ain't never heard this happen before. Metro Gang Unit came up to jail and was a witness on the jail write-up, saying that I'm CTN, and CTN is a subset of 5 dudes. And yeah, so they forced me to be in a gang. I ain't in no gang, but to the police and to the feds and stuff like that, they want me to be in a gang. And if they could prove that I was in a gang, they hit me with a RICO today, regardless of whatever I do good for the community.
And what's crazy, man, speaking of the Metro, there's a precinct right there in Dodge City.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're not even there.
Yeah, no.
That's wild. I mean, you've done so much in protecting that community, man. I mean, it was a video of you really walking out one of your friends out, man, while Metro was even doing something.
That's my brother Hug.
See?
Yeah, Free Little Hug. Yeah, that's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying? It was just a situation where really, he was on the run for a probation violation. It wasn't even nothing serious like that, but the way they approach us, you know, they had the SWAT team out there, had us surrounded, and I got a phone call, you know what I'm saying, and my brother told me come get him up out of there. So I went down there to holler at them or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because the way they were set up, it was like they wanted to try to kill him or something, you know what I mean, and we didn't want that to happen. Right. So I went down there and approached the sergeant who was up over the situation, and he was telling me that I couldn't do it because it ain't safe for me, but I'm telling him it's the safest way to let me do it. You hear me? I can bring them out of here. It can be a peaceful situation. Nobody get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some gunshots going on in the background. You know what I'm saying? So he allowed me to do it, and I was able to go in there and let my brother know I'm out here. Come on out, because it was a police officer. Like, I didn't even know that, but when my brother opened up the door, I seen the officer raise up from the back with the gun pointed. I had to tell him, hey, put that goddamn gun down. We ain't doing no shooting out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was ready.
But that better more explains the Godbody part right there, bro. Like, for them, the sergeant even listened to you at the time and let you take over like that. He's seen the Godbody in you.
Yeah, and you know, they done did news stories on me trying to make me like I'm a villain or a bad guy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm anti-police. I'm just anti-bullshit. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm anti-devil, and devil ain't got no color to me. It's just, you know, a certain kind of mindset, a certain kind of way, words, or action. So, yeah, they trying to make me a bad guy here.
And I hate that, man. Like, I've been with you, man, seeing the things you do for the community, and not just Dodge City, the city period. You're gonna do whatever. Yeah. Especially like I said, you and Oldest Man, y'all got a great thing going with the 200 man standing with the toy drive, the coat drive, and just seeing the people's faces, man, in the community, like they look up to y'all, man. Like, y'all guys to them.
You know, we like what we come up at is like damn near like it ain't no hope. So by us being able, myself, you know what I'm saying, for my culture or whatever, you know what I'm saying, by me being able to make it out of that street life, which ain't do nothing but just kill a certain kind of way I was thinking, you hear me? The more you know, the more you grow. We only activate off what we know. Right. So when you see people, you know, out here doing what they doing, that's all they know to do. So I was able to, you know, raise from that mental and spiritual depth and be able to just do more. So, and I came up with the 200 man stand, and I knew when I met OC through Lido. I was at the studio with Lido and met OC, and that's where we met it, bro. Yeah, I met OC over there at the studio, and I already knew, you know, I read energy off the top, and I knew if I'm gonna make 200 man stand successful, I need that brother right there, and I shouted him the idea. From there, we here.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing, man. Oldest is the right person, man. It's a spirit thing. But I want to highlight some things with you, bro. Your husband.
Yes, sir.
Your father. And people don't understand, man, how strong that is alone, just seeing your community seeing that. And also how highly you speak of your wife.
Yeah, that's my girl. You know what I mean? Like, we've been 12 years legally married, you know what I'm saying? But see, something about marriage, the first part of it is I do.
Right.
And I really think after 12 years, I can honestly say right now, me and my wife finally married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I ain't had no father figure, you hear me? You know, as men, like the man I had no father figure at all. So I was taught by, we don't love them hoes, and bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. So like when you start, when that's your influence and you get off into relationships, and relationships have disagreements or whatever, it might shoot me over here and fuck off on some hoes, or you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Not understanding what it is to be a man, you hear what I'm saying? Right. But this is the way I was raised, so I had to do a whole lot of cleaning up to become a good husband to my wife.
Man, look, that's a testimony, because I know I got a lot of things I got to clean up with myself. And we joked about it at the toy drive. You know, I got to clean up some things. You know, even though my mind is focused on what it's focused on, but all the extra bull crap got to go if I really want to settle down and make things work.
See, like, I'm blessed with my wife, honestly, you know what I'm saying? And our relationship done stood the test of time, because if you see, like, what I done seen, like, in the past 10 years, I done seen people in 10 different relationships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, it's all about, I ain't saying stay in no toxic situations that's bad for you, bad for your health, right. But the foundation to a good culture and a good community is a family. The black family is important. So me and my wife made the necessary sacrifices, and we overcame whatever that felt like wasn't no good for our marriage, and we healed.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, we healed for sure. We locked in.
And then when you ever got a strong woman on your side, man, all the doors open up for you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, cause it's so many beautiful women walking around here, and then like I done cleaned up. I don't drink no more. Okay. So I ain't off into these bars and shit. You go into bars, and these women is, you know what I'm saying? They in the
don't let the alcohol get to you. They look at you more beautiful.
Look, I know all women ain't like that, but some women out there have a drink and meet people and fuck off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when they out there with their ass out and their titties out, it's hard to resist that. But you know, we can't be weak as men and fall. Let that be a reason that we fucking off a family structure.
It's funny you say that because it's funny you say that because when I have this conversation with the elders, man, and they always say our temptation is greater than theirs just by picking up your phone. You know what I mean? Like when for example, my dad, you know, he from here, he's 73. He said, man, back when he was younger, he's gonna mess with a chick. If he does this with another chick outside his girlfriend, it's gonna be a chick who's across the street, across the way, you know, different side of the town. Mm-hmm. But now you got your iPhone.
Hell yeah, cause even when I shit, I was born in '79, so I was raised to all you got is what's in your community.
Right.
But now you pick up the phone and it's like
you see that chick in California,
man,
Australia,
and it's tricking us out of our life.
Man, for real, people thinking that it's always something else better out there. That's messing it up.
You know, to be honest, man, it's just like I say, man, like that's just for the weak dick, weak pussy ass people out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Who just want to fuck. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like who gonna lay up and as a man, you gonna I'm gonna speak the language, you hear me? You gonna dig a gal down, right? Bust a nut. This life, you hear me? Right. So I understand that, man. Trust me, I understand. She look good, all that. Pussy probably good and everything. You know what I'm saying? But after the fuck, then what? You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you ain't got real goals in your life, then a quick nut'll be something to you. But when you really got a vision and stuff like that, man, you'll dismiss that shit.
Nah, for real. I mean, I promise. If I just focus on that, man, I wouldn't be doing nothing what I'm doing right now. I'd be too caught up in it.
Yeah.
But you're right though, man.
And they gonna put that extra lust on you. You favoring Drake and J. Cole them and shit. You know they gonna get them.
The light skin song, man.
Nah, they favor you.
Nah, they favor me.
Yeah, they favor
there you go.
You know
Drake was just left now. You know what I'm saying? No, but no. Speaking of Drake, man, you're an artist yourself.
Yeah.
Man, so
I'm a bootleg artist.
Nah, man. You got talent, man. You got talent. What got you in that realm, man? Like, you know what? I have this talent. I'm gonna express it out to the world.
I ain't never look at it like a talent though, you know what I'm saying? It just, I think rapping, when you from the hood, rapping is a form of therapy.
Right.
It's like you going through whatever you're going through, this your life, so you express your life. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know some people who rap, who see things, who really don't live the life, but they're around that life, so they express it. And rap just like a form of therapy, like people like going fishing, bowling. I just like doing rap stuff, you know what I mean? And what really got me locked in with it was, when I linked up with Quana.
Okay. Shout out to Quana.
Yeah, shout out to Cash. Yes, Quana was the first and the only person who ever made me take rap serious.
Okay.
Yeah, them bottom boys, man. Yeah. Cause they got a hell of a story over there. And I seen so when I got around him, cause you know people don't want to fuck with me cause I'm from Dodge City. They didn't want nobody to fuck with Dodge City. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, Quana them, they ain't no scary ass niggas. You hear me? So he took us in, goddamn it, and from then on. We took it a little serious, but you know, me and my brother go, but we was with Quana for about a couple of years before both of us got locked up for murder. Okay. Yeah.
You know, now Quana, Juan, all of them, man, they
yeah, for sure. See, to be honest, like, I think that's why, like, I'm a one-on-one when it comes to being a street nigga, you hear what I'm saying? Because I'm from Dodge City, then I was raised out there over there in Bardo, because them some brothers with some powerful minds over there, and then I got to be under, the bottom boys, right? And getting the game from Dub, and he gave me a whole other outlook on what it is to be a gangster. Cause like what I knew, motherfuckers on cocaine, heroin, which I never did cocaine or heroin. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the few people out here. Whatever I was doing out there, it wasn't because I was influenced on no drugs. You hear me? I was just who I was. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Dub showed me a whole nother form of gangster. I'm talking about a sober gangster. You hear me?
Yeah. I mean, you know, out east, man, different, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, shout out to them bottom boys. That's my family over there.
Most deaf, man. Yeah, and then
Nashville got real history, man. You know what I'm saying? We just the leadership so fucked up out here. We can't come together and unite shit. But like, if you see with the 200-man stand, our first event, we had everybody from everywhere out there.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You include the whole city, man.
We out here beefing with each other. I mean, I don't participated in it, so I understand the foolishness of it. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't doing nothing but setting us back. And I don't respect no nigga gangster who only gangster when it come to killing a nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? You'll run and for the police, and you niggas get pulled over with 4 assault rifles in the car, and gonna sit right there and be a good boy and go to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Against our own people, man, that's really some. That's really being a betrayer and a coward. Like if your gangsters only
towards us.
Yeah.
I've always said that, man. Like we as a whole in our culture, man, we'll kill each other quick, but as soon as you put a white face in there, it's hesitant. Even especially Mexicans too.
Yeah, but I don't and then I don't even really point the finger at the young niggas. You hear me? Because it's just being hypocritical as hell. Cause acting like they brought themselves into this world. This shit got everything to do with the parenting. You know what I'm saying? And we don't speak on that shit. Like when we young, we what is it? You stuck together because we in the same hoods, right? So by us being in the same hoods, going to the same school, we gonna get a relationship based on fucking. If the sex good, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend. Man, before we learn anything about a relationship, we got a baby out here. Then we broke up. Now the baby growing up without no proper guidance and no proper man in their life and woman in their life to probably educate them, so we get this generation right here.
Let's drop a game right there. There's a lot of relationships out here, a lot of broken homes because really y'all were just a fuck.
Yeah, just fuck. You know what I'm saying? Met each other in the club type shit.
Man, oh man.
Pussy was good. You know what I'm saying? She liked the dick. Mm-hmm. We had some babies.
Yeah. A lot of guys stuck in that matrix, man.
Man, shout out to anybody that was in the streets in my generation, early 90s and shit like that was out there making babies right there and still together. I salute them because I swear it's gonna be few. Oh yeah. And then it's a power called influence. Now you might have some good parents right here and their kids might go astray based on the influence. Influence is a real power. Now if you're at home and you ain't got enough influence to guide your kids away from this other influence, then they gonna be out there too.
Not real.
Yeah.
That's real, man. So I'm glad I had, both my parents, they're still together to this day. We didn't have everything, but just seeing them in the house together. Yeah. It changed my outlook, Unfortunately, I got my child and it's not a union, but I do strive one day to have that same thing for them.
Yeah, for sure, man. We live and we learn.
No, most definitely, you live and learn.
Cause I got 3 babies with my wife that we did while we was married. You know what I'm saying? All they know is the mom and the dad are being there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Vegetarian babies.
Okay.
My son Powell, he don't want to eat cheese no more. Or his own choice, you hear me? So when I get a pizza, I gotta remove the cheese and he just eat the bread with the sauce on it.
Wow, that's discipline.
Yeah.
Man.
No microwave.
That's smart, see.
No commercialized cow milk, so we do the almond milk. But if we could go to a farm and get some of that milk fresh from a good cow, then we probably would do that. But right now we just with the almond milk.
Nah, I'm with that. I'm with the almond milk. Shout out to Oldest, he put me onto the oatmeal too.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even know about that.
Our brother Leo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leo.
Yeah, that's major right there. Shout out to Leo for that. But going back to your artistry, man, you got some hits, man. You got a song with Buck. Of course, you did your thing with Quanta. Now, how did that even come around, man? How you and Buck even get connected?
Man, Buck been connected since we from Nashville. You know what I'm saying? We used to be on 12. In the early 90s and shit, rapping for Dog and them over there, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So Buck just been more serious about that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He been more serious about that shit. And the doors was easier for him to get into because he ain't from Dodge City. Like being from Dodge City, man, growing up in the 90s and shit, we was territorial, you know what I mean? Right. And shit, we wasn't, what we was on over there, a lot of people don't want to be engaged in, and I don't blame them, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it would have been hard for me to do music, which I could have did when I'm in 2010 and 11, I had my own thing going on. I ain't even give a damn about the rap. It ain't that I was on Buck's song, Buck was on my song, you know what I'm saying? And we just, Buck always been locked in. We ain't never had no issues.
That's real, man. I know a little bit of Buck's backstory with going back to the 90s, my boy T. He's, what was the name of that group back then? Firstborn. And it kind of introduced Buck with the whole Cash Money and all that good stuff. So that was crazy. But yeah, I always
talking about T. You had a yellow
moment and all that. Yeah.
I went to the Kentucky Derby with them with my Uncle Philip then.
Oh, real?
Back in the day, I think it was around about 98, 97.
Yeah, that's right before he went in. Yeah. T. He had the Hurl's Chicken out here for a minute too.
Yeah.
He's still around. He just quiet.
Yeah, but man, Buck, yeah, as far as that music, I ain't never take it serious. The only time I took rap serious was when I was rapping with Cash, cause he was serious about this shit.
I got you.
And he wasn't playing no games. He was focused on his rap shit. So it made me focus on the rap shit, cause I liked the way he conducted himself with the rap shit. But my brother Goat, he wasn't as serious as I was. He called his murder case first. And my murder case, to be honest with it, it's just a murder they put on me. I ain't had nothing to do with it, didn't know nothing about it.
They just threw it on
Yeah.
you. That's wild.
They target me.
That's wild. That's wild, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man, that you probably didn't know, man. I've been knowing you, but it's got a mutual person that I knew because I went to middle school with him. My boy Nate. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I have to show. I'm gonna show you a picture of him, man. But he always used to talk about you all the time. Man, I got a big homie, man. It's my dog, boom, boom. Like, you know, like I'm younger than you.
Nate from Don City?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about Stuntman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He went to Union Park with me.
Stunt went to Union Park?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's gonna be Stuntman.
Gotta be. Matter of fact, I think I might be. I'm saying his name.
Nah, Stunt younger than
Who I'm thinking about then?
I don't know that Nate.
I'm tripping. I said Nate. I'm talking about. He drive the trucks. Man, I can't.
I got selective memory myself.
It'll come to me. I had to show it to you. But bro, he be always just talking about you all the time. So being around you now is like a full circle thing. I'm like, bro, damn. He used to bring you up all the time, like as in like you're a big homie, like, you know what I'm saying? So me being associated with you now just it's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, hey man, look here, I fuck with you to the fullest, man, because you one of the 200 men that's standing. You hear what I'm saying? And that's our organization right there, the 200 man stand. We're a vanguard for love, peace, and unity, brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So, and to be honest, when we say man means intelligent. You hear me? Right. So when black means dominant, you hear me? Because black is the dominant gene of this universe. You know what I'm saying? Man is intelligence. So when I say black man, I'm saying dominant intelligence. So it just ain't about being males amongst the 200 man stand. We open up to women and everything.
That's real. I mean, like. And of course, when this get out, man, I'm gonna have other pictures showing of the toy drives and the co-drives. Yeah. But y'all are gonna eventually take this worldwide.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's locked. It can't be stopped.
Almost there.
Yeah.
I know when we associated when we was me and Otis and a couple others was part of the Team USA kickboxing and boxing. Yeah. The name it rang in Memphis. Yeah. We cleaned up.
Oh yeah. OC ain't been playing no games. You know what I'm saying? Because like I end up. Doing a lot of work with Gideon's arm, and when I made that choice to go with Gideon's arm, I was telling OC, look, man, I'm finna lock you in right here, so you make sure, you know what I'm saying, you hold the fort down right here, and it was, man.
Speaking of Gideon's arm, man, I was gonna bring it up to you too, man. What derived from that, man? You know, of course, I know the Gideon's arm that we talk about also in the book, but how did that arrange here in Nashville? Like, how did it even get started?
Well, the founder is Rashida Fatuga, you know what I'm saying, so she founded it, I want to say about now, it should be about 14 years ago or something like that. Okay. So I was working with the Equity Alliance. Shout out to my sister Tequila and Charlene. And Tequila actually put me up on what Rashida had going on, and that's how I got connected to it. Okay. So once we got connected to it, it was like a violence interruption situation, which Gideon's Army was new to. You know what I'm saying? I think they had tried it before and failed or something like that. They tried it before. But you know, once me, LT, and Mike True, and our sister Deidre, and shout out to my brother Jamel too, he was a part of it. It was like we were starting it together. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and it took off because we was in a 3-7-208. That's where I'm born and raised at. You know, and to be honest, once I made my mind up to do that kind of work, you know what I mean? Because like me just walking the streets of North Nashville unarmed and stuff like that, I'm from Dodge City, you hear me? So you'll never know if somebody want to just on the strength that I'm born and raised from Dodge City, they might want to come and flatline me on, you know, but I ain't give a fuck. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once I made my mind up, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
You said you was walking in purpose though, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. I ain't tripping, just don't miss.
Right. But no, man, you know, Gideon's Army, you know, we done been in rooms, man, where they brought up, and it's always for good. I mean, of course, you're gonna have your naysayers, but I feel like that's just a tactic they try to do to knock something down that they feel like over Trump.
Then let you know, and shout out to Rashida too, though. You know what I'm saying? But then let you know how weak and wicked just the system of Nashville is because we born and raised in Nashville. We ain't never in our life seen the Gideon's Army organization where people like myself, LT and Mike True, in these communities and streets and actually got influence to make peaceful situations. And it's all about just when you go into a community, all we know is what we know. So when we give them another lane to travel in, you know what I'm saying, it can calm down the gun violence in the community. So we'll go and see who the most influential people is in the community and chop it up with them and let them know, like, look here, man, make sure, you know, manning up is making sure your community is safe. Y'all make sure y'all ain't over here being the reason that there's violence going on. If some outside forces come through, self-preservation is law, you hear me?
Right.
You know, we ain't condoning any illegal or criminal activities, but I believe in being resurrected, you hear me? Because I used to be a fool, you know what I'm saying? And they respect Saul becoming Paul. He persecuted Christians.
Right.
And Christians quote Paul happily.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but they don't want, you can't be a felon and be pardoned in this nation right here. So, like, when we go in the communities, man, all we do is we get them another lane and we made history. You know what I'm saying? To be able to go in there and the SWAT team allowed me to get my brother out safe and to stop, man, I done been in the middle of shootouts. I done stood in front of people making them not kill somebody and things of that nature, and they slandered it. They let you know they really don't like this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all a front. That violence interruption shit, it's a front. They just want some money. Cause like, if you see my work and you know I come from this and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, then why ain't the violence interruption systems of Nashville reaching out to me to or my organization to make something happen? You know what I mean? Instead, they put us on the news trying to slander us with half truths and lies.
I think that's by design, man. Like you said, they don't want. If they put y'all on a pedestal of showing like how y'all changed the whole narrative of the crime rate, it kind of make them look bad.
Yeah, hell yeah, they ain't like it.
Yeah, they don't want
They
that.
ain't like it at all.
Like all these resources could have been fixing things. Like I think that when they start putting the money in the people on the ground's hands,
yeah, we was under investigation, and I get on my Ring camera like police is coming to my door like they got the wrong address type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I fell back from Gideon's Army. Really, I ain't even with Gideon's Army no more. Not because of it being bad or nothing like that. It's just I can invest my own time and my energy within my own organization. You know what I'm saying? Because like the way they operated with Gideon's Army, you know what I'm saying? To me, it wasn't right, and it was like, to be honest, like some COINTELPRO type shit. And I already know how they come for me, so I got to remove myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I can defend myself better. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah. You want that negative attention on you, especially when you walk with your purpose and you got other things involved.
I really wasn't even tripping on the negative intention, the negative energy that was bringing towards my way, because I know what we were doing. See, in this life, man, you gotta make sure when ain't nobody looking at you, you're doing the right thing. Then you ain't got shit to worry about. So that's how I move. I don't give a damn what kind of news stories they bring out on me. I know how I'm walking. You hear me? So I'm able to defend myself against whatever.
Almost there.
Yeah. But it was just time for me to move around from Gideon's Army.
I mean, you know, you did your time with that, you know what I mean, and it still stands strong.
I'm talking move, but at the same time, if they ever need me to collaborate or do anything like that, because my people, like them, my people right there, I got brothers over there that's violence interrupters.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Man, I want to bring up one thing, man. So outside of the community work, outside of being a father and a husband, what's some other things that you got going, man? Like, you know, the book. Are you still doing music on the low, or what it is?
I got music on the low. I got books on the low, and right now, I'm really just on some self time right now. You hear me?
Okay.
I'm just laying back, getting my battle plans together.
Okay.
Cause we in war. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people take this war too serious, cause it's like social media make it seem like everybody just successful, ain't nobody sick, you hear me? But everybody claim they love God and they said Jesus come to heal the sick, right?
Right.
So if you ain't sick, then you ain't even got room for Jesus to come and heal you, because everybody playing like they masking they trauma and they brokenness with titles and materialism.
Right.
So you know, you get you a good title, you know what I'm saying, or you get you some material, you can be able to hide the brokenness.
That's what they're doing. They massing all that stuff.
Man, for real, like this.
And it is a spiritual warfare going on.
Hell yeah.
Me and Candace talk about that all the time, about the spiritual warfare. And I know a lot of times I say on camera about me being spiritual, man. And that's coming from a place of I always grew up in the church. But I have to admit to you, man, at some point in the church, I was like, man, I feel like some of the pastors I was listening to was trying to preach happy. So I started diving in my own self and getting to understand about the spiritual connection. You brought up about Saul. Another story that's intriguing to me is the other Saul, the one that he had went through he had told his people to go find somebody of the light spirit. I guess it was a woman that was a witch. Yeah. But he was showing like how when he was trying to make things go his way and make people understand what he was trying to do, and then he ended up finding out that woman raised somebody from the dead, and he seen all those spirits come up. I'm like, man, I used to think that those stories was just what's what I'm looking for, a metaphor. Yeah. But now I'm like, no, this is real. Ain't no metaphor. Like the book says, everything what it's saying happened, and it happened now. Ain't nothing new up under the sun. Yeah. And I tried. So what
you're saying? So as far as Jonah being in the belly of the whale, you think somebody was in the belly of a whale?
I think it was, man. Like I give you something else. Even when it comes to dinosaurs, I think that the word we put the whole thing. They want us to think that dinosaurs was 68 million years ago. I think they put that time frame on there to discredit the Bible. To me personally, I think the Earth is only 12,000 years old. I think that the dinosaurs that they call dinosaurs are actually the giant beasts that the book was talking about. The land had giants on the land, giant crazy animals. I think those were the dinosaurs that we call dinosaurs. But the scientists want to discredit the book, so they call it something else. And that's why the flood that came to wipe off those things that was on our land that wasn't of his creation.
Yeah, see, so my response to that is that, like, as far as my purpose, me worrying about whether the dinosaurs are real or not, because that'll be a debate, you know what I'm saying? But we'll not debate, you know what I'm saying? But we can bring actual facts to show and prove how long this earth been, you know what I mean? Because man is older than 12,000 years, you know what I'm saying? So like, I rather get on common ground versus religious beliefs. Because what we got in common is we black in the system of America who don't mean us no good, you know what I'm saying? But like, what I credited all my righteousness first and foremost to God via the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Farrakhan. Like that's who saved my life.
What's that? And I'm glad you brought up Farrakhan, man, because man, even though I'm a Christian, I can't deny and say that some of the teaching that he say, it resonates, man. Yeah, it's several videos I listen to him of, and he be preaching. He own it.
I believe sometimes, like first and foremost, I'm not even worthy, and I'm not sitting right here like I'm a representative of them brothers right there at all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even worried of that right there. I'm just telling you what saved my life and what raised me from the mental death. You know what I'm saying? But I believe whatever it is with the Nation of Islam that people disagree with is just probably more of their lack of understanding of what's being said versus because the proof in the pudding.
Well, I'm glad you said that too, man. To be honest with you, I think it's an age thing. If you go anybody older than anybody that's my dad's age, since he's in the 70s, or even my mom age, she's in the 60s, their issue with Nation of Islam is mainly they still tying the Malcolm X situation, so they can't even get past that part to even hear a sermon. You understand what I'm saying? They still mad about it. Well, they killed Malcolm. So they still stuck on that. The younger generation, we're more open to listen to hear what you got to say for you to change your life.
Yeah, but like, see, but they just let you know, like, I ain't speaking on your parents, but whoever think like that, they choose to think like that based on what was told to them versus what they done research and what they know.
It ain't even no research.
It don't even make sense for the Nation of Islam to have anything to do with killing Malcolm X. And how can people? They mad. How can you love Malcolm X and not love the Nation of Islam when everything about the Nation of Islam made Malcolm X who he was?
I want to tell you what it is. It's crazy going back to exactly what you just said. They don't look up information and they stuck on the Malcolm X movement. That's what did it.
I mean, hey man, I pity the fool. You hear me?
Right. They don't do their own research at all, man. And
they love Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali, what they love Muhammad Ali for, got everything to do with the Nation of Islam.
Everything. Malcolm's best friend.
Yeah, I mean,
Man, it's wild, man. How they pick and choose what they want to listen to.
They want you to. They don't want us to be connected with the Nation of Islam. But if anybody follow me and love me, I'm telling you right now, man. Look here. If I was dying in my last breath, if I had 2 seconds to tell my children to do something, I say, follow Mr. Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you want to take it, you can take it like he said. You can leave it alone. You hear me? But I'm telling you straight up and down. Hey, that's the truth, the way into life.
I got you.
You hear me? I'm talking about, man.
No. Look, man, I do this segment right here, man. It's called Savage Questions, bro.
Okay.
So I want to ask you these 3 things here, man. So the first one, again, you already joke about side of towns and different things, man. But what's in your answer is, what's the top high school in Nashville, sports-wise? No, I'm gonna say sports. Period. The top high school that you resonate with you in your time frame, even to now. Who holds that claim?
I really got the fuck school attitude though, so I don't really care about no high school.
I got you.
Yeah, I can't name a high school that I can be like, I played football for Glencliff, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got put out of White Creek because the teacher said I was, they said I didn't like white people. But my African American teacher was like, he good people, but
right.
I had to go to the Board of Education. I went to Glencliff, and I got put out of Glencliff because in the science class they had the Bunsen burners. It was burning, so my partner Ulysses right there with me. I'm like, I wonder what happened if I unscrew this hose. I unscrewed the damn hose, which is the gas and the kind of the fire.
Since you brought up, was you up there, my boy Hump? You know Hump? Derek?
Man, I ain't gonna remember nobody. I was out there with Chateau them. They was out there when Chateau them was out there, you know what I mean?
Might have been Deion Giddens, Chris Johnson.
Probably so.
Okay. They was on the football team.
Yeah, so I went to Maplewood as an alternative school, but the teacher took my beeper and tried to keep it for the year, so I snatched my beeper from her, and that was it for school. So to answer your question, you know, I'm with the GED alumni.
I got you.
And I got mine in Marion, Illinois. The federal penitentiary used to be the ADX. That's where I got my GED at, and I went to TSU for architectural engineering before I got indicted on the drug case.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's major though. That's a testimony too, man. People think they just give up when they get in them situations.
Yeah, so I ain't tied to no high school.
That's real.
I wouldn't even know. I wasn't interested in school one time.
I got you.
But stay in school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hopefully you can get homeschooled because the schools really don't teach us shit. They don't teach us nothing to empower us as black people, you know what I mean? They give us the slave masters to look up to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like school and, you know, make sure you homeschooling your children, you know what I mean? Because the education system we got is trash.
Nah, you're right. I can see
That's my freedom of speech.
Nah, for real. All right, man. So second question. Man, so you ever heard about them saying that the United States is the real Egypt?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I done heard it and stuff like that, but I just don't get off into too much that's outside of my purpose. One thing I know about the United States is that the Europeans that came over here, you know what I'm saying, they used to live in the hillsides and caves of Europe, they were actually given the knowledge of how to cook food and how to live civil by us.
Right.
So I can see them coming over here in America being a reflection of what we talk to them because they're the newest people on the planet. But as far as me thinking America is Egypt, America is Babylon to me. And like the Bible says, Babylon has fallen. It said, come out of her, my people. You hear me?
Right.
What says Revelation chapter 18, verse 5, start right there. It say, come out of her, my people, you're going to suffer with her. And if you notice, everything that most of us do over here to earn salaries is to propagate and promote the American way of life. So no matter if we become a mayor, a governor, a senator, we being a mayor, a governor, a senator to a world that's against us. So they're going to give us a salary to tap into their world. So Egypt, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
I like
it's most definitely Babylon, and it's America is literally falling before our eyes. And it's like America's similar to spraying. It's like if me and you never take showers or baths, but we come out and we spray cologne on us to make ourselves smell good, but we really smell like shit.
Right.
That's America. So it's building up condos and luxury this and luxury that, and it's it's just covering up his fall.
It's like putting lipstick on a pig. Like they say.
Yeah, man. Like Thomas Jefferson said, Thomas Jefferson, the president, Jefferson said that he trembled that God justice would not stay asleep. You hear me? He trembled at the fact knowing that karma is real. You hear me? So what they birthed, the European birth rate is like 0% right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Karma real, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. The Babylon complex you just brought up, I've been feeling that way too, and I agree with that fully. Then, like you said, the birth rate when it comes to like Caucasians, I think that's another reason why they, in a sense, it's so much about the abortion, because they see how their birth rate is not going up like that. Regardless of what side you all own at, but I know it's like, they putting career first. Even our own race, we putting career first, but we still popping our baby. They not.
Like I said, man,
they said they gonna be minority in like 2050.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the world should study him, even though, the devil don't most definitely study the man of God, you hear me? But I truly know, without a shadow of a doubt, that is the messenger of Allah God. You know what I'm saying? And, you can't go wrong studying him. I'm not saying that you can't be productive, without, I ain't gonna say without it, but, not being a registered member, but I would suggest everybody to just, get close to the teachings right there.
Okay, that'll segue into my third question, man. Being from the streets, man, and elevated yourself to me, man, to the highest places, even higher that you can be as a man. Anybody that's struggling, man, with their spiritual warfare, like they want to stay in the streets or they want to just do wrong all the time, what's some advice you got for like youth out here, man? Like you're already in their face, but what's some direct advice you can have for them?
And before you answer, I just want to add on to that. How do you teach a man, at least a mindset, to be a God and think of God like? Mm-hmm. That's what I want to add on to this question.
Okay, so I had a conversation with our sister Candace, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a conversation with her about perspective, you know what I mean? And we was talking about the first step is to healing ourselves, right? So we gotta have a knowledge of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Because we the original people of this earth. I'm speaking on black people. Mm-hmm. This is my message to black people. You are the original man and woman of this earth. The root word of original is origin. Mm-hmm. Origin is the beginning. So you are the beginning, the womb of the black woman. That's why we should respect it more, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't just be in there just slanging dick and beating the pussy up. Like, it's a sacred doorway into life, you know what I mean? No matter what the wonders of the world are, and able for us to be anything we want to be in life to make us happy, the first step is coming out the seed, being the seed of life produced by the man, but then coming out the doorway of the womb of the woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we need to understand that when Jesus told them people, he who was without sin cast the first stone, and couldn't nobody stone that woman, it's because we all got filth about ourselves. So I don't give a damn where you at in life. Embrace where you at in life, understanding that everybody out here is suffering from addiction, bad addiction. You hear what I'm saying? Right. This is the first time, I'll be 45 years old in September. Okay. This is the first time in my life that I'm living a alcohol-free life, like a complete sober life. I call myself a functional, a social drinker. Yeah, I'm a social drinker, but I'm too goddamn social. Yeah. You hear me? I'm at Labs two times a week. This political party got drank, so you drinking damn near every day. Right, people, we live in a world where people really don't know who they are because they never even lived a sober life. Correct. You know what I'm saying? They always on some kind of alcohol, some kind of pill, some kind of heroin or drug, but we only point out the heroin and the drug because it's like the worst drug, and dismissing the cigarette smoke, the hookahs, the vapes, and all that addiction that we got without understanding. And so I'm just, like before gold becomes gold, it's a metal. The metal, and this is my message to y'all, you know what I'm saying? The metal has something called dross on it. Dross is waste material. So when they get that metal, they have to put that metal through fire in order to burn the dross, the waste material, off of it. But in the process of it burning the metal becomes pure gold. Right. So we're going to go through fires of life, but we got to use those fires to become refined people. And I don't give a damn. Don't let social media trick you. You know what I'm saying? We can't let that trick us. Everybody on here smiling, dealing with all these demons and shit they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I'm just now realizing probably about 2 months ago, Like we speak on suicide only when somebody shoot themselves or kill themselves instantly.
Right.
But if we out here drinking alcohol, using pills, using drugs, eating unhealthy, and we know this killer us, we actually suicidal. We knowingly suicidal, but bad take a long time to kill us. We really don't
associate it with being so.
We don't associate it with being
yeah.
suicidal, but it's suicidal. If you
Right.
eating out of a microwave, I don't give a fuck how much a vegan you is. If you eating out of a microwave got radiation in it. You know what I'm saying? That's cancerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You eating these animals that we eating food that we not producing with our own hands. We trust in Kroger, we trust in Publix, we trust in Walmart, we trust in the people who have never in their existence lived in peace with another nation on earth, and we trusting them to educate us. We trusting them to feed us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we need to tighten up ourselves, like our sister Candace said, tighten up on ourselves because we got to be prepared for this war we in. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to get ready because we really, black people, we are more reactive than proactive. We wait till we get sick. We wait till she hit the fan, then try to do something about it instead of living a life, proactive life, dealing with it so it won't come up. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, you know, just be true to yourself, man, and be honest, man. Don't fuck the popular crowd. They ain't right. Just like, for instance, we got so many multi-million-dollar celebrities. Correct. Whether they actors, musicians, athletes, sports players, whatever the case may be. But when I walk in the community, I don't see their footprint nowhere. Not one. You hear me? I don't see their footprint nowhere. You know what I mean? And
yeah, throw a turkey drive. That's it. Man, say they did.
We do that.
Right.
We ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna say we ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying, but we just not financially secured as they are, you know what I'm saying, which they, and I sympathize.
Kind of strings are being pulled. They only it shows you right then, yeah, you might have got that, but it's strings. They telling them what to, like we said off air, how, you know, how many actors and athletes go straight to a white woman.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. And I know I don't know how to be chopped up about Gideon's Army and Equity Lands, but I want to give a major shout out to Gideon's Army and Equity Lands before, which I don't have never had an issue with Gideon's Army or Equity Lands. They ain't been a plus to my life. You know what I'm saying? But instead of us always trying to find something to be at odds with each other about, we need to find something to be at peace with each other about because we need each other at the end of the day. Right. And how we know we need each other is because, you know, Google done made us think we smarter than what we are. So as black men, when we get a little bit of knowledge about ourselves, we start, you know, I'm the king of this, I'm the king of that, because we got Google and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, you know, we got to be more humble in this right here. You know, we want to be like, we ain't gonna say God no more, we gonna say the universe. What the fuck is you saying when you say the universe? Do the universe got arms and legs and something? Yeah, you know the universe gonna do that. We don't even say God no more.
You know, you get to that level, you get too smart for their own good, man. Then they just keep on. They having knowledge, but what they say in the times gonna be more. Men gonna get more wiser.
Man, listen, brother. They didn't have initiations or initiates for nothing. You hear me? Right. Knowledge is real power. It's cliche now because we use it so loosely, but knowledge is real power. You used to have to be initiated into knowledge because, like, it's like me giving you dynamite and guns and shit, but not teaching you how to use it. You can be explosive with it. So when people get this real knowledge, you know what I'm saying? We tend to be on some shit where we manipulate men to start want to talk to the sisters and really be speaking truth about how powerful it is, but really just trying to get some pussy from them. You know what I'm saying?
When I take it,
and then women, you know what I'm saying? They're, you know, from what I know a prostitute to be, shit, they showing themselves. Not all women, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't, you know, I got aunties, sisters, grandmamas. You know what I'm saying, that I highly respect. I got a book of Black Woman's Worth, because you know you always got to put disclaimers when you speak about a woman, like you're going to get in trouble or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But women out this motherfucker, they got the code to their Instagram more covered than their body, you know what I'm saying? And I know they're going to be like, well, it's just, I can do what I want to do, you know what I'm saying?
I'm inspired. This is, you know, they lean on the whole.
It's my body, my choice. Well, okay, if this is my body, my choice. If I nut in you and you get pregnant, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a father. If you had a baby, I don't want to be the daddy. It's my body, my choice. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you look at it on that view, it'll be fucked up. Like, damn, you're a deadbeat daddy. Nah, you had a baby. I don't want this damn baby with you. My body, my choice. You hear me? Right. So, you know, man, it is what it is, man. We didn't learn how to love each other versus being at odds with each other, because the black man need the black woman and the black woman need the black man. You hear me? Man, for real. And I ain't against whatever anybody else got going on. If a man like man and a woman like woman, that's on you and your life and how you choose to live your life. I ain't at odds with nobody. I'd be at odds with about myself. I'd be at odds with anything anybody got going on because it's something about myself that I could be cleaning up on a daily basis.
What's that?
For sure.
Well, Ham, look, man, where can the people find you, man? What's your social media addresses, anything, man? So they can get in contact with you, get your book.
Hey, look here, don't even worry about finding me right now. Find yourself. You hear what I'm saying? That's most important. And I'm sure we'll run into each other some kind of way, you hear me? Because I'm in the process of learning myself even more due to the fact that I don't drink. Because like when you drink and when you indulge in drinking and drugging, which I never took no hard drugs. I took X pills and shit back in the day, but I never did the cocaine, the Percocets and all that shit. Even when I get shot up and the doctor prescribed me Percocets, I can't even take them. I tried on like how that shit make me feel, you know what I'm saying? But when you stop living, and that's what I respect about them bottom boys. When I say the bottom boys, I mean like Gans and Juan, you know what I'm saying? Like these brothers right here, they ain't on no drugs, they ain't on no alcohol, and they real stand-up men, you know what I'm saying, in my ass when I was running with them when I was a little one, you know what I'm saying? So like, when you separate yourself from that, you'll separate yourself from a lot of relationships because some people just meet up to go smoke hookahs and get drunk.
Right. Not real. Real. Or they trying to mask some kind of shit they're going through.
I got one more question for you, just about your book. So, I mean, do you truly think that women know their worth and who they actually are, just being a woman, period?
No, I believe that, you know, when we came over here to the hills of North America, we were stripped of a knowledge of ourselves, a knowledge of our God, a knowledge of our culture, a knowledge of the way we eat. We got stripped of our language, we got stripped of our names. So once they killed our parents up and it was able to raise us, we the imitation niggas, they the real niggas. If you notice anything about a street nigga, and I'm gonna get to the woman, please make sure I don't forget that right there. But when you see niggas in the streets, we the imitation niggas. Cause anything we learned about being the gangsters, we wanted to be like the Italians, the mobsters and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't never mean us no good. So we the imitation niggas because we are not the manufacturers or the distributors of guns, drugs, pornography industry, the movie industry that shows us how to be negative and
we
stuff like that.
Participators.
Yeah. So
that's
when
very good. You strive to still be like that. That's
hey
wild.
man.
Yeah.
So like when like my teacher, you know what I'm saying, one of my Jesus, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan say, a nation can rise no higher than its woman. Cause ain't no way, like as a man, like you'll know it if you got a daughter, but as a man, to disrespect a woman, man, you was a fucking coward and a fool. Because how that takes away your manhood.
Correct.
Cause a man gonna protect his woman or our women, you know what I'm saying? So like to disrespect a woman, let you know how much of a man or how much a man that we not, you know what I'm saying? And the women, the children, the women, or the man really don't know the worth of a woman. Not all of us, but most of us, 85% of us, don't know the worth of a woman because if we did, we'll move different. You know what I'm saying? We'll let them, cause a hoe won't let a hoe, cause she think you like hoes.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But if we diss a hoe, then a hoe gonna be like, damn, what do we like? You know what I'm saying? Because we're attracted to each other. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna be the woman that she feel like the man want her to be, and the man gonna be the kind of man that he feel like the woman gonna want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect my wife, cause she made me even more than a man that I could ever be. Just by dealing with a woman.
That's real.
Shout out to Mama Bell, my nigga.
What's that? Shout out, man. I mean, like you said to me before, man. You know, women are sacred.
Man, what? How can they not be sacred? Right. And it's like, you know, they took away Pluto now. But originally it's Pluto, it's 9 planets. Yeah. To go through a full term of pregnancy is 9 months. The warmest part of the earth is the equator, which is the middle of the earth. The warmest part of the woman is her womb, which is the middle of her. You know, it's all tied in. She Mother Earth for a reason.
For real. You gonna lay one more part on the woman that I want you to finish out on that. When you said about being sacred, I think that our women still gotta start understanding that too. But like I said, men gotta lead by example, let them know that it is.
Yeah, the woman first and foremost, if they move all women to the moon, niggas in the project learn how to get to the moon.
That day.
Man, what? We gonna figure that shit out, you hear me? So I'm saying that to say the woman can set the standard.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, most definitely.
For how she wanna be treated.
I'm glad you said that. You watched a movie called Chirac.
Nah, I ain't never watched that.
It's a movie that got Nick Cannon in it. He's supposed to be whatever he is in the movie. But in that movie, there's a certain scene where the crime rate is high in Chicago. And the women said, well, I'm getting tired of this. So the women started protesting, and they would walk around and had a sign, and the sign said, no peace, no pussy. Showing that, and this is how powerful that'll be if all women just did it one day, and in our impoverished areas. Like, because a lot of times these guys are doing all these great things because they're trying to impress a woman in a sense, or get some money so they can get a woman.
Yeah.
But if the woman changed their mindset, also as in like, well, I ain't gonna talk to you knowing you this street guy, you just whatever. Like, going back to back in the day, like going back to my dad, he said, man, back in the day, the street guy, he didn't get no play. What happened, that changed in the late 80s. Again, I think NWA kind of made that more of an appealing thing. But before that, it was like, women didn't want to talk to them. They wanted the brainiac, or they wanted the guy who was a worker, boom, boom. But something switched.
I mean, you know, it wasn't no, cause I don't think it was no street niggas for them to like.
Okay.
So the street niggas.
Well, they street was pimps really back then.
Yeah. The street niggas, you know what I'm saying, once they was being produced, the pimps being produced, you know, hoes being produced. But that's just only us acting other than our true self, you know what I'm saying? And like with men, the reason we so out here so violent and aggressive with each other, because that's some feminine shit with us. Like if you look at the women, just speaking like biologically, you know what I'm saying? Like the woman has X chromosome, you know what I'm saying? That's a feminine chromosome. The man has X chromosome and Y chromosome. So we got a feminine chromosome and we got a masculine chromosome. So when we lean too much on our feminine shit, we be old bitchy, whiny ass, other type of men. And then we lean too much on the Y, we be old temper tantrum, destructive ass, violent, man. So men gotta find that balance.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But when we are abusing alcohol, drugs, and things of that nature, it make us more feminine. And I ain't talking about feminine men putting on a dress. I'm talking about just their emotions. Because like if you look at a woman and Mother Earth, like the Earth, it could be hot one day, cold the next day. Them the mood swings of a woman. You know what I mean? You get rain, hail, sleet, or snow. You piss off, you'll get earthquakes, tsunamis, and tornadoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? A hurricane, depending on them the emotions of a woman, based on her strength and her powers. Men, we gotta find that balance, because if not, we'll be out here don't liking each other because of different sex, and he looked at me wrong or he bumped me. That's some more weak ass feminine shit. Because as a man, we gonna be thinkers, and we gonna move more strategic and more premeditated versus just.
I said that.
He spilled the drink on me in the club, and fuck you. Now when you walk out the club, I'm gonna gun you down and gun you like that's some old girl shit.
Wow, even at the barbershop.
No disrespect to girl. I'm just saying that's just some feminine. I'm gonna say feminine. I ain't gonna say girl.
I know what you mean, but I've said it so many times, man. Especially like in the barbershop, like how this is a feminine trait. Like even going back to our rap songs, somebody step on your shoe and the way you react in a harsh way. That's a feminine way.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so you hit it up on the money, man. But look, man, I'm glad you came on, bro. We gotta have you back on.
Oh yeah, man.
Gotta have you back on, man. Hey, y'all, stay tuned.
Peace.